everybody. Welcome back to Iceland Illustrated with Jordan Seabrun. How are you, sir?
Doing great, Gavin. Thank
What
you.
a beautiful day.
Yes, it's great.
A perfect day for art. Now, we're in Dimabocke, which is a very big tourist destination. As you can see, it's such a nice place to visit. We've got lava fields, we've got beautiful plants, we've even got volcanoes in the background. No wonder people come here from all over the world. Now, Jordan,
Yes.
looking at this beautiful landscape, what are we going to do to try to recreate this on our own?
Well, one of the things that we need to take into consideration, especially when we are painting landscapes, is how we're going to create it, the order that we're going to create it in. A lot of people like to focus on the details first, like these plants that are right near us.
That's what I would
And
do.
they want to kind of forget about the stuff that's behind. But one of the things that is really important in landscapes is the idea of depth, the idea of what's close versus what's further away. And there's 3 ways that we can do that really easily. The first of which is big to small. We want to focus on the really big things first, like the large mountains in the background.
Right.
Then the smaller rocky outcroppings that we have that are closer. And then finally, the small details of the little leaves on the trees that are closest to us. It's a lot easier to paint something big and then paint something on top of it than to try to paint something small and paint around it later.
Oh my goodness, I've done that so many times.
The second thing that we want to focus on is the idea of back to front. So we take a look at all of the things in the background first and use just a small amount of pigment or paint and a lot of water, because we are going to be using watercolor this time out. And as we move closer and closer, we're going to be using more paint and less water, so the area becomes darker. And that's our third way. We're going to be focusing on light to dark. It's so much easier to paint darker things on top of lighter things rather than lighter things on top of
It
darker
makes
things.
so much sense.
Yes. So those 3 ways are going to be the best way to paint a landscape like this.
Now, every single week when we conduct this beautiful illustration and we paint these amazing creations, we try to give back. So what are we going to do this week to use this piece of art to make the world better?
Well, this week, what I thought you would do is create a postcard. Now, anytime you go visiting a place on holiday or anything along those lines, we're going to see a whole bunch of postcards of places that you've been, places that you've seen, and you can pick one up and mail it to someone who you care about, tell them that you're missing them, anything along those lines. And if we can create it in a painting and send it to someone that way, it can tell them that we are thinking of them, that we are reminded of them, that we saw this beautiful place and it inspired us to touch their lives as well.
What an amazing message. So, take on Jordan's advice for this week, recreate the scene you can see behind you right here, pop it into a postcard, and then think of someone you love that you would like to share this message with and send it off to them to make the world a better place. Jordan, you've been amazing.
Thank you so much, Gavin.
See you next week.